regardless of how you feel politically or morally about the situation. Put that aside and just think about the masses. Just think about all of these people coming into the country. We don't have enough housing. We don't have enough resources to handle the people that we have living on the streets today. We have irresponsibly opened a door for a whole lot of people to come into this country, and we aren't prepared to deal with them. So what are we going to do when the squatter is no longer the criminal, but just somebody trying to survive?
Authorities are cracking down on squatters.
Squatters.
As the crisis at our southern border reaches a new peak.
Squatters have taken over roughly 1,200 homes.
There has been an exponential increase in the number of people who unlawfully stay in a building that they don't own.
The new homeowner said she discovered the intruders had moved into
Squatters took over after presenting fake lease documents.
Frustrating problem for those neighbors in the community.
Living in fear in a neighborhood that they've lived in, some of them for 30 or 35 years.
Strangers without background checks, just living right just steps from our door.
Hi, my name is Flash Shelton. I'm the founder of the United Handyman Association, and I also opened up squatterhunters.com, where we help people that need to get their squatters out. Squatters are criminals. By nature, squatters are criminals. Even though squatting is typically someone who is taking advantage of a system that allows them to, even though, we have criminal squatters, we have masses of people coming into this country. Even though we don't have maybe the resources to handle the people that we have living on the streets today here on our own, we have masses coming in. They're going to be looking for places to live. And if we don't have the housing for them, if they're coming in with no money, they can't rent the traditional way, it's only going to be a matter of time before they find out that you can move into a vacant house, and sometimes even a house that was only vacant for a week or two and the homeowner went on vacation, and there's no fine, there's no penalty. What's the negative for these people to then start taking over these houses? When they start finding this out, our squatter situation is going to go beyond control. Right now, we can prove that squatters are criminals, and they are people that are literally just working the system. The concern is that if squatters then become people that just were looking for a place to live because they came into a country that opened a door for them but didn't have enough for them, and that's what we've done. We have irresponsibly opened a door for a whole lot of people to come into this country, and we aren't prepared to deal with them. We have done an injustice to most of these people, bringing them in here without housing for them. So what are we going to do when the squatter is no longer the criminal, but just somebody trying to survive? That's my concern. The nightmare scenario for me would be politicians so worried about doing something that they're going to look bad, and that they won't physically be able to pass a law, stand behind a law, do anything that's going to put somebody out on the street. Think about this. What are we going to do later when we have 1 million people squatting in this country? What are we going to do at that point when not only do we have a border issue that we can't even figure out right now, and now we have people that have taken over homes of people that are now being mentally, financially, physically messed with because they've lost their home to all of these people? What are we going to do at that point? Is that going to be the point where we change the law, and then when we change the law, we don't have the resources to do anything about it anyway? That is a huge concern when it comes to squatting. I'm spending all this time trying to bring awareness to squatting and bring awareness to how the law needs to change. I'm afraid that it's going to get to the point where it's like, you know, is it going to get worse before it gets better? I think it's already there. I think it's going to just get beyond repair at some point.